welcome to Goldcrest Valley for a guide too with me, MrSealyp. 10 Metal Sheds by Blacksheep Modding. That's the mod guide 2 we're going to look at in this particular episode. There are quite a few shed and barn packages, mods available at the moment. BsM, Blacksheep Modding, are chucking a lot of content out, and it's normally all very, very good quality stuff. And this mod pack is no exception. There are 10 variations on this particular mod. That's why I'm calling it a pack, because this pack you've got 10 different mods in here, all under the same guise, really. So, vehicle shelters, vehicle sheds, whatever you want to call them. These are a kind of metal box section construction with like a corrugated metal roof, and in some cases sides, with concrete bases at the bottom, which we'll have a look at as we move further down the field at the various different options available, and underneath a couple of light strips. There is no light switch on the mod anywhere, so I'm assuming that'll be the usual. It will get to whatever the time is set on the map. I think it's 9 o'clock. Normally when all the town lights come on, these will automatically come on, which is generally what happens. Now these measure 26 meters, so 26 meters across by 24 meters deep by 8 meters high. Plenty of room to get your vehicles in and out. You will find them in placeables, always across here. So Shed BsM Model 1 going through up to Model 10. Model 1 is 6,000, quite a basic setup. Model 2 a little bit more expensive, Model 3 a little bit more expensive. When you get to Model 5, that's the most expensive of them all, and then it kind of resets itself. Same models, different colours, and the price kind of resets itself. So most expensive is 6,750, which is pretty good. So the first of the ones available is Shed Model 1. Completely open all the way around, plenty of access in and out whichever direction you want to go. I like these open and drive-through shelters because of some of the long vehicles that are available, some of the vehicles that are hard to reverse, some of the vehicles that have the swivelling front axle and they're really difficult to reverse. Or if you've daisy chained a couple of smaller trailers together, you can never reverse a double trailer. It's horrendous. I mean, I say you never can. There are probably people out there that can. I can't. I'm horrendous at it. So to be able to drive in one side, pull it right the way through, and then unhook at the front, I find incredibly useful. I've used BsM shelters quite a lot on different maps, and I think I'm going to be using this pack, on Westbridge Hills that I'm doing at the moment. I think I'm going to swap out the vehicle shelter I've got for one of these, because I do like these. So that's shed number 1. Shed number 2, they are all identical dimensions, they're all exactly the same, pretty much. Shed number 2, as you can see, now has metal sides. You still have the drive-through option, but you then can't come in from either end, which, you know, it does come down to horses for courses. What do you want the shelter for? What aesthetic are you looking for? What do you want it to look like on your farm? These first 5 have all got the green and kind of white-ish, kind of off-white metal siding on roofing. And we'll have a look at the ones as we get further down. Again, that will depend on the farm you've got, what you want it to look like, what kind of aesthetic you're looking for. Now, I said about the concrete pillars, what you often find with placeables, especially buildings and things like that, if you don't place them on completely level ground, you get gaps. And you've got gaps in the sheeting because it's not sat flush with the ground. However, the pillars extend and you get quite a lot of extension on the pillars. So if you haven't got it on quite flat ground, you'll get those pillar extensions on the concrete bases. Oh, hang on, I take back what I just said. How did I not notice that on the other one? Oh, that's weird, because it's not on that one. Okay then. How weird is that? Well, there you go. On this one, I can't find a light switch. It may be because it's all open all the way around. Oh no, there it is. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. So you don't have to wait. There you go, light switches. So, ignore that first one then. They have got light switches. Fantastic. Let's click that one on. There we go. Bit of illumination on what we're up to. So yes, as I was saying, back to what I was saying before I noticed that. Brilliant. Yeah, you don't get these weird gaps where it seems to be floating off the ground because they've allowed for that for uneven ground. And you know, a lot of fields, when you plough them, when you're doing work on them, you think, oh yes, it's pretty flat. So then when you come to put something down, you realise actually how uneven a lot of the fields are. But anyway, that's shed number 2 with the side panels on. Model 3. We now have 3 sides closed in. The 2 sides like on the previous one, but now the back is closed in as well. You notice these ones are all what I consider to be sitting sideways. Obviously the longer side, 26, is the length, 24 is the depth, and the height is 8. These are kind of sideways on, so it's the longest part running this way. So if you want to treat this like a normal, I say a normal, kind of enclosed shelter where you just back everything in, or drive forwards in, it's entirely up to you how you want to do it, or you can come in and drive around, or you know, however you use your shelter is entirely up to you. Tools, vehicles, you know, trailers, whatever. But again, you can see, look at the sweep of the hill down and how the pillars are allowing for that. But it does leave you with a gap in the siding, but it doesn't leave you with it kind of hanging weirdly up in the air. So that's shed model 3. Shed model 4 has now changed direction. We've now got the width across the front and the length running away from us. And this one's open at either end, so it's got kind of sides on it, but open either end. So if you've got something really long, a combination of vehicles you might want to drive all the way through, or you just find it easier having it open either end where you've placed it, whatever you might want to do. So the actual alignment has changed from being sideways on to lengthways that way. That's shed model number 4, and then model number 5 is the same thing again, width at the front, length running away, and this has got 3 sides, so it's closed in on 3 sides. More of a kind of conventional barn type thing. Well, there's no doors on it, but there we go. So that's the first 5 models in the pack, all come with the green and kind of off-white. Now the second half of the pack, the other 5, is no different. It is identical. Actually, let me just have a quick look. Where about? Oh, there we go. That's better. It's not all dark and dingy anymore. You can see right the way in. Where's this one? Isn't it weird how they're all in different places? But there will be a light switch in there somewhere. Anyway, so on to model number 6. Model number 6 is identical to model number 1, apart from the colour. The next 5 are all this kind of red, not quite a rust red, but red and kind of white sheeting, like it is on the side there. Again, a kind of off-white, it's not bright white. It looks kind of a bit weathered. But these are exactly the same. It's going from model 1 to model 5. The second half of the pack, 6 to 10, are identical shelters, identical sizes. They're in the same positions with exactly the same siding, they're just different colours. But I'll show you anyway. Again, it will, like I say, it will come down to the aesthetic of whatever farm you're on, as to which one you want, how you want to put it, what colour you're looking for, all that kind of thing. So, vehicle shelter, model number 6. Number 7, again, sideways on with ends. Model number 7. No, model number 8. Sorry. 6, 7, 8. I'm losing count. Model number 8, sideways on, 3-sided. Again with the red and the white. Model number 9 is now lengthways on with sides, and model number 10 lengthways this way with 3 sides enclosed. And again, looking at the gaps where the pillars are, it's allowing for that undulation in terrain. If you're a real kind of not OCD, I mean, at the end of the day you want a shelter to cover your vehicles. As long as it keeps the rain off, the chance of the rain raining this direction under is going to be very unusual. The rain will run down and off and away, which is exactly what you're looking for. So whether there's a gap under there or not really isn't that important. But if you're one of those people that has to have it, you want it completely closed in and flush to the floor, kind of like that, then you're going to be looking for the perfect place to put it. But that's entirely up to you. So that's vehicle shelter model number 10. They're nice mods, really, really nice, well constructed, look smart, look tidy. The lighting's always a good one, although I assumed it was automatic, but it's not. There are switches on all of them for turning the lighting on, but they're good looking mods. There's not a lot else to it. They're vehicle sheds, vehicle shelters. They are metal. First 5 come in green and white, second 5 come in red and white. Lots of different configurations, so it gives you lots of options on your farm. But that is pretty much it. That's all there is to this guide to the 10 metal sheds from Blacksheep Modding. Sometimes it's good to just get a look at them. You're not quite sure how big they're going to be, whether they'll fit the look of your farm and that kind of stuff. And you just haven't got the time to be fiddling around, getting them all out one at a time, buying them, checking them, seeing what you think. Let someone else do that. So anyway, hope you found it useful. I hope you found it interesting. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share the videos, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.